Are you being watched? It's a disturbing thought, but a recent rash of voyeurism cases suggests it's not just a paranoid question. Criminals are using tiny hidden cameras in public and seemingly private places. Worse still, in many states, these crimes are only misdemeanors, meaning even peeping Toms who are caught aren't seriously punished. Here's ABC's Dan Harris with a look at prying eyes.
These are boom times for peeping Toms who are watching you by hiding cameras in places you would never expect. You're looking at Jonathan Willing. Police say this video shows him placing a tiny camera in a tanning room at a health club where he recorded 4 naked women. And this here is James Allen Reese, shown on surveillance video, apparently placing his cell phone camera under an unsuspecting woman's dress. And police say he did the same thing at a nearby thrift store, aiming the lens underneath the door of a dressing room as a 10-year-old girl changes inside.
The man is disgusting. He needs to be put away for good.
Video voyeurs armed with high-tech, low-cost cameras, like this one disguised as a pen or this one disguised as a coat hook, are striking all over America, and shockingly, they're often either getting away with it or getting off easy.
This is anonymous. This is the ability to actually invade someone's privacy and steal their dignity.
If you're in a dressing room changing, you definitely don't expect anything like that to occur.
It happened to the Yaki family from Virginia when they were in Washington, D.C. this past April.
We came up with family to see the city over Easter weekend.
When their 5-year-old daughter needed to go to the bathroom, they ducked into this Starbucks. And watch what happens inside. When she said, "Daddy, there's a camera," did you think she was making it up?
In a way, yeah. I was like, surely there's not a camera, you know? And I turned around and look, and sure enough, there was a small camera right underneath the sink, just nested right there on top of the drain pipe, pointing directly at the toilet. As soon as I, walked around and I looked at it and saw the little red light was on, and then my little red light turned on, and I was angry.
You can see on the videotape as Andy Yaki, the father, walks out and tells the next woman in line.
I found this in the bathroom.
Oh no!
And then storms up to the manager, who calls the cops.
My daughter's on here, yeah. I want you to call the police. I'm going to wait right out there.
So our daughter is exposed in this video. When you're a mother, there's no way to put into words the protective feeling you have of your children. It's like a mother bear. And when somebody messes with your cub, you get very upset.
Starbucks, with thousands of stores all over the country, seems to be a very popular target for voyeurs. We found 7 reported cases, including William Zafra Velasco, who pled guilty for videotaping 45 women and children at this Starbucks in Glendora, California, and Jonathan Mikio Kennedy, who pled guilty after being caught red-handed on his own camera in New Paltz, New York. The Yakis are now suing Starbucks for $1 million, arguing the company should have been aware of this problem and should have done more to stop it. Well, let me play devil's advocate. They could say, we do our best to maintain our bathrooms, but we can't check it every 20 minutes to make sure some creep is not placing a camera in there.
When you go to most public restrooms, they have a checklist of items that they check to clean off and making sure the toilet paper is stocked and whatnot. I mean, maybe training employees to look in those places, check the air vents, check behind the toilet.
Starbucks has denied any wrongdoing in the lawsuit brought against it by the Yakis and has said in a statement, "We monitor the seating areas and restrooms in our stores on a regular basis to identify potential safety or security concerns." Privacy expert John Verdi says companies like Starbucks need to do much more to stop video voyeurs.
Starbucks strictly controls the quality of the products that are sold in their stores. They strictly control the types of furniture and the wall hangings and the music that are played in their stores. These stores do not typically contain rogue items that customers just come in and install themselves. But that's exactly what we're talking about with these cameras.
He says this problem is only going to get worse as cameras become more sophisticated and less expensive. Look at this camera found hidden in a roll of toilet paper in a Starbucks in Oregon. It is tiny, powered by a 9-volt battery, and able to stream live to the web. I mean, if you were a peeping Tom back in the day, you need to actually sneak up to somebody's house and look in the window. Now you can just put a camera and stream it live on the web.
Voyeurs are simply adopting the technology that governments, companies, and the military have developed. and that is becoming increasingly available.
And here's the most outrageous part. When video voyeurs are caught, they are often not severely punished. In many states, it's only a misdemeanor, meaning less than a year in jail. And even when voyeurs catch children on tape, they're often not prosecuted for child pornography or added to the sex offender registry.
One of the most disturbing aspects of this voyeurism when it involves children is that it is often not treated as a child sex crime or child pornography. And as a result, the penalty, if any, doesn't reflect the seriousness of the crime.
As for the Yaki's 5-year-old daughter caught on tape in that Starbucks bathroom, the person who owns that camera still has not been caught. And the girl's parents say she will not get over her ordeal anytime soon.
We went out to lunch. We had to use a bathroom in public, and she made sure, she said, "Mommy, we have to make sure there's no cameras before we use the toilet." That's not normal.
An innocent victim of an increasing peril of modern life. For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in Washington, D.C.